It would probably help if I had the microphone on, right, people? Just want to see what everyone's up to. I have nothing to do today, and just want to see what the public's doing, what everyone else is doing. Hopefully, everyone's living better lives than I am, because I'm very bored tonight. What's going on, Anna? And thank you for always being one of the first ones to let me know you're here. I'll give you one of these. Linda, hello. Hopefully everyone's having a good time, and um, holidays are right around the corner, so hopefully everyone is getting ready for the holidays. Drama Mama, I don't think I've ever seen you before in the chat. How is it going? Um, I'm watching Christmas movies. Which one are you watching? Because I have an issue with a couple of Christmas movies. Yeah, jamming on the uke. Um, I don't think I've ever talked about it. I think I did it like in one video. Um, that I do play a lot of instruments, and for some reason I can't come up with a song for myself. Sonic 2 trailer. Oh my god, yes. The Sonic 2 trailer, I had goosebumps, especially when Knuckles came out. I'm a huge Knuckles fan, so seeing that Knuckles is coming out and being played by the very talented and always amazing Idris Elba, movie's gonna be awesome. Oh, I don't think there's any other good movies coming out. I hope there's some other good movies coming out. Oops, that sounded wrong, didn't it? Lately, I've been thinking about things I've always wanted to do. A Christmas dance reunion movie. Hmm. Um, I've been showing my daughter a lot of the classic Christmas movies. One of the ones we went over recently, Lifetime movies are always amazing. Lifetime and Hallmark movies around this time of year, very solid movies. I enjoy them. I usually get the Hallmark subscription service around this time of year just so I can enjoy the movies. Even though they all have the same premise, it's always, a businesswoman or businessman goes back to their hometown for some reason, um, ends up meeting a local townie and they end up falling in love. And for some reason, Santa's always involved somewhere. He's always like the baker, the postman, or he's Santa's always somewhere there. So it's always the same formula, and a lot of these movies have the same actors and actresses, but I still love the hell out of all of them. Oh, Drama Mama, that's awesome. I play a little bit of the uke. I play the guitar. I play the drums. I play the piano. I play all percussion instruments. Uh, Wanted a bass guitar for a long time because I feel like maybe that will be my one. That might be my one instrument that I will actually stick with. But recently we were watching Jingle All the Way, and my wife came up with a really good point about this movie. I don't know if y'all remember Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger about the doll that he's trying to get for his son. Um, my wife was watching this movie with us, and it's one of my favorites. So I want to thank her for ruining one of my favorite Christmas movies. And she basically said the guy's a jerk, that the guy's a bad dad, and even though in the end he gives the doll to the kid, and they have this awesome moment that it shouldn't make up for the whole year that he's been a bad father, missing events, missing the karate things, not getting the kid what he wanted for Christmas. You could see that the wife is distant, so this guy's like a bad guy throughout the entire year, and then just because of Christmas, hold on, let me turn on my fan. And then just because this one event happens on Christmas shouldn't be enough to bring the family back together. And she was kind of rooting for the family to stay separated. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, he did go through a lot, but he only worked hard as a dad for like one day versus the rest of the year. How old is your daughter? She is 10. So I've had 10 amazing years as a father, and it's not easy. Parenting isn't. Real parenting isn't. Thank you. I've had this sitting around for months and I never really pick it up. So I was just here at my desk and I was tuning it and I was just fiddling around with it. And then I was like, let me make a live. Let me see what everyone's up to. I don't know. It's Friday. Everyone should really be out having a good time and not stuck at home. But here I am. We got. There's this family tradition that me and my family have. Well, me and my cousins have. Is that for one Saturday before Christmas, we all get together. I have cousins that are, not from the valley, that come in, and we have what we call Cousins Christmas. It's just the cousins. Phil, I'll get to your question right now. I just wanted to finish my story. All the cousins get together. We do a white elephant. We sit around like an open fire, and we just talk about when we were kids and share like stories. And it's stories that we've all told each other thousands of times. Stories that we were all there for. But it's just fun to retell those stories and just joke around about it. We started this when my great grandfather passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, and we've been doing it every year since as a way to just keep the family together. And tomorrow's that day, so I have some cousins already here, and I'm looking forward to that. So um, that's kind of why I'm just relaxing today, because I know tomorrow it's going to be laughs and fun and everything tomorrow. Okay, Phil, first time here. Question: do you think that Ophelia calls Annette famous just because it costs $1,000? Phil, that is savage. I'm not gonna get into the drama and stuff because I try and stay out of it. I somehow just get pulled into it, and then I have to like say what I feel, and then I usually just leave it alone. But that's pretty savage, Phil. My boy has an acoustic, wants an electric. Um, yeah, I think I have my acoustic here too. Hey, Firewater, what's going on, man? Right. I don't think I have a lot of space here at my desk for it though. But yeah, I got an acoustic too. What's up, Firewater? Thank you, Linda. Yeah, we try and keep it nice and chill. We let the drama handle itself. I need to tune this baby. Um, so I don't know what kind of topics does everyone want to talk about today. I'll try not to butcher these musical instruments that I'm bringing out of storage for no reason. But yeah, one thing that I always wanted to do was, write a song, and I've written, poems, and I have instruments. Damn, Firewater, don't let us keep you up, man. Hopefully you get some rest, man. Firewater's the one who won the Halloween contest. I know I sent him the package and got pretty good feedback from him. It wasn't perfect, and I apologized for it, but Firewater's a good guy. Oh, here's one of the first things I learned on guitar, and I love it. I think y'all might know it, and I love things like this, so hopefully you do too. just little things that I like to play with. I'll put that there and hopefully I don't squash it, but I feel like the guitar and the ukulele and all those things are too distracting. What's my favorite Christmas movie? I want to be the funny guy and say Die Hard or Batman Returns because I mean those are classified as Christmas movies. But a recent one that I really enjoy is Four Christmases with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn because I think it just shows all the different types of Christmases you could go to with your family. Dazed and Confused, very nice. Um, Let me see. I like throwing little factoids about movies all the time. I know in that movie Ben Affleck actually, I think he broke his wrist or he broke something when he was doing the paddling by the judge. It's pretty crazy. So I got a pair of Spider-Man tickets and wasn't able to get them together. One seat in row G, one in row F. However, I like to sit near my 14-year-old. Should I sit handicapped to be close with him? Oh, man, that sucks that you weren't able to get them together. Um, I always get row D. I don't know if it's because it's double D here, but row D I always feel has like the perfect like choice sitting if you get it in the middle. I I mean if the handicap seat is available and you're not taking it from anyone, I don't see why not. Has anyone seen Dirty Love with Jenny McCarthy? Yes, that's actually one of my wife's favorite movies. Um, she showed it to me, and we haven't seen it in a while. But I'm sure if I mentioned it, that it was mentioned in the chat, she's like, "Oh yeah, let's put that movie on. Like, I want to watch it now." So maybe that'll happen. She's not home right now. She's on her way home. So maybe that's probably what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I'm gonna watch Dirty Love. I was told I could sit there. They weren't taken, but my son's not happy about that idea. Yeah, it's pretty touchy. I mean, that's like parking in a handicap spot. Like it's not being used, so you should use it, and yeah. But I'm excited for Spider-Man. I know last time I was talking about the movie, a lot of people were saying like, no, don't mention things, because I mean I read the comics and I've read the comics and I have a lot of key issues that are gonna be put into the movie, so I have so many things I could say, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep it casual. Maybe I'll do like a midnight discussion. You can tune in for that one. Let's switch caps. That one was a little small. I haven't broken that one in yet. Christmas movies. Another good Christmas movie that I would like to see. Oh, and Parks Handicap. Isabel, you're gonna get her mad again, and she's gonna call me. Um, Home Alone's probably another classic one. So yeah, I wanna make sure everyone gets a chance to talk in the chat. I know I got some viewers here, and not everyone has to participate. I know a lot of people don't like to let their, I'm not gonna say allegiance be known, but like I know a lot of people don't like uh, it coming out that oh this person watches this person and stuff because all that drama is that's not what we're here for. This is always neutral ground. This will always be neutral ground, regardless of what people say and ways that people try and twist things to say, oh, well, he's on that side, she's on that side, they're on that side. Christmas Story, it's a good one. Speaking of Christmas Story, they kind of made a revamped Christmas Story. It's an HBO Max exclusive. It's called 8-Bit Christmas. I don't know if anyone's caught that one yet with Neil Patrick Harris. It's basically a Christmas story, but instead of the Red Ryder BB gun, it's a Nintendo NES system. It's awesome. Like it's like the narration by Neil Patrick Harris. It's really good. I feel, hey Vanessa, I feel like everyone should watch it. Let's put on the trailer right now. Like I don't care if I get this demonetized. We're here for a good time, not for money. Let me look see if I can find it. Yeah, so what I had to do is I ended up having to take off the previous video. It's still up, but it's not raking in any money. I don't care. I'm not here for that. So let's go ahead and show these trailers again. Here we go. Here it is. It's 8-Bit Christmas. Awesome movie. I loved it.
Every kid has that one gift they want more than anything for Christmas. This is the story of mine.
Bookends? They have baseballs on them.
I see that.
No, not those. Nintendo. A maze of rubber wiring and electronic intelligence so advanced it was deemed not a video game, but an 8-bit entertainment system.
No Nintendo in my house.
I second that.
Looks like a no-go on Nintendo.
I needed a Christmas miracle. The year was 1987, or was it 88? Super Bowl was in 86.
Okay, does it really matter, Dad?
Okay. The year was the late 80s. I was 11 years old.
Did you wear a helmet?
Yeah, we always wore helmets in the 80s. Me and my friends would do anything just to play one.
Any of you huddle masters wanna play?
What have you brought me?
I got a goldfish!
Untraceable cash money. It's the
One thing became clear. I needed to get my own.
This is bigger than Christmas. This is our Vietnam.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
I have no idea what it means. We're gonna get in so much trouble.
Sometimes during Christmas, just when you think that all hope is lost, something magical happens.
Sold out in 20 minutes.
Suddenly,
One woman punched her grandma right in the throat. Same family, too.
Are you making all this up?
no way.
Did you guys hear the new reselling contest?
First prize is a brand new Nintendo Entertainment System.
I'm gonna kill you. Hold on.
There are no rules. That Nintendo's mine.
What do you want?
Or buy a wreath?
Mom, this kid thinks your wreath sucks.
Video games have been doing all kinds of strange things to children.
What?
It was the 80s. Stuff got real.
Red Dog, this is Bluebird.
This is Rainbow 1.
What happened to Red Dog?
I changed it.
We're allowed to change names now. This is Millennium Falcon Super Cool.
Woo! Love it.
Rated PG.
Yeah, so okay, Phil threw in the Christmas Chronicles. Is that the one with Awesome Santa? Oh, what's his fucking name? I hate when I can't remember a name. But yeah, Cool Santa. He sings in jail. I can't remember the name. Hopefully someone can help me out there. Dory, what's going on? Isabel, your thoughts on Quentin Tarantino's work? Oh, that's a whole video. Like, I don't have 5 hours to go over my love for Quentin. Do old school show... Oh, Firewater, you're talking about Mystery Science Theater 3000 with Crow and... The other name escapes me. I love that. I watched it. Even the reboot that was pretty bad, I still watch. I love Mystery Science 3000. The soundtrack, yeah, super, 80s soundtrack. It's awesome. It is on HBO Max already. I've already seen it about 2 or 3 times. I think it came out in theaters, but I mean, I'm paying for HBO Max. I could just watch it at home and eat my own snacks and not have to spend $100 on popcorn and a soda. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino, awesome. Do I have anything? No. I used to have a Quentin Tarantino poster up here, but I think I gave that away in like a past raffle that I did. I have Edgar Wright, but not Quentin Tarantino. Remember when the NES had a city you would connect it with? The city had a robot and car-looking thing. I think that was Robbie the Robot. I could be wrong. But this movie made me bust out my NES, so me and my daughter were playing Super Mario. We did some Ghosts and Goblins. And there's another one that I did. Uh, Legend of Zelda. I got the classics on the NES system in the room, so that was pretty fun. Watching it tonight, Isabel. Yes, let me know what you think. You could just private message me if you enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. I would have watched it just because Neil Patrick Harris is in it. I love Neil Patrick Harris. But back to Quentin. Love his work. Love every movie he's done. Hateful Eight is probably my least favorite. But just the other day, I was telling my wife I wanted to watch Inglourious Bastards because that's one of my favorite movies. Django is pretty good also. I think a lot of people don't like Quentin because of his language, and I mean that's a lot similar to a lot of the drama because there's a lot of vulgarity, there's a lot of things that he puts into his work, but it's done tastefully and it's awesome. 007. Um, what else do I have anything Quentin? They're way too far. I have my DVD collection over here. Um, a Kill Bill series. I personally, and you can probably hear the dogs. I think. I don't know. I think maybe the wife was here and the dogs go crazy because they've missed her. He does drop the N word a lot. It's not something I use, but I feel the movies are still enjoyable. Fast Tech. For Kill Bill 3, I would rather it be a series, not a movie. I feel that it would be better, like maybe like a 6-part, 1-hour episode series. Pulp Fiction's awesome. I've rewatched it so many times that it's no longer my favorite because I think I kind of wore myself thin with it. But I could still probably quote that movie from beginning to end. But if you haven't seen Inglourious Bastards, that's probably one of his best movies. That one and Django, like he really hit a rhythm when he released those two movies. Um, and they're classics now. Like I deem them classics. But I think, maybe 10 years down the road when a new generation stumbles upon this movie, it's gonna become a cult classic at that point, and it's gonna just revitalize that kind of film, that grindhouse. No, that one's not really grindhouse feel, but it's just that type of movie to where it's I don't care what I'm doing. I'm gonna shoot Hitler in the face in this one scene, and then I'm gonna scalp someone in this other scene, and then I'm gonna choke this woman in this other scene. Like Quentin really doesn't care what happens in his movies. He's all over the place, which is awesome. I don't know. My camera outside's going crazy, and the dogs are going crazy. So who knows? This might be my last episode. I might get my house broken into right now, but y'all are here for the ride, so we're gonna have fun with that. I'm gonna get this ready just in case. Um, both really well made. Even his early stuff like Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dogs, um, are good as well. Uh, Love No Country for Old Men. I've seen that one. It's pretty good. Like that Western kind of movie. The only Western I really like is Tombstone. I could watch that movie over and over again. With Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's the name of Santa from the Santa Chronicles. I knew the name was in there somewhere. Yeah, Kurt Russell. You got Sam Elliott, which has the most iconic mustache in film history. And then we also got Val Kilmer playing Doc Holliday. I'll Be Your Huckleberry. That's another one. Tombstone's a pretty good movie. You can't talk about westerns and not bring up Tombstone. And you can see I get really involved with movies. I mean, I follow them. I love movies. I don't know. What's a movie? I want to ask this like to everyone, and everyone could just feel free to chime in. What's a movie that you love? A movie that you love that you feel not a lot of people know about it. Kind of like, a movie that it's not very popular, a movie that people might dislike, a movie that you feel you're part of a small group that have only seen it, um, share that with me in the comments, and we'll pull up the trailer and we'll learn about it together. And who knows, maybe you'll give me a couple of movies to watch for the night. Because I'm already tucked in. I already got my PJ, pullover. I'm ready for bed already, so I want to go ahead and put some movies on and just, let the sleep take me. If I had to name one, and it's real cheesy because the way it goes is Mars Attacks. Oh, dude, that's awesome. The way it goes is for me, like my top three favorite types of movie. Everyone will assume that, oh well, it's Victor. He loves superheroes. He loves action. No, actually, my top three favorite genres of movies are musicals. I love horror and like romantic comedies, romantic drama, um, and stuff like that. So there's a movie that I'll share with you. But Firewater came in quick with Mars Attacks. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. I love Mars Attacks. Um, I actually went to go see this in the theaters as a kid. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, my aunt, who's very awesome, took me to go see this movie. And I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know how well it's aged. It probably hasn't aged very well. But it's always a good one. Let's just wait for this to finish going. But yeah.
What is that? White House is coming out live.
My fellow Americans, this is a momentous occasion. It is profoundly moving to know there is intelligent life out there, alien life, and our world will never feel quite the same again.
I forgot he was in this movie.
Martians, please come to Earth, please.
Once you rise above fear,
Annihilate! Kill! Kill! Let's not be too rash.
then you'll be invited. Hi there. Are you interested in the White House? To meet with a new people.
It's so perfect, and it's happening at the beginning of the new millennium.
More powerful.
Was that Pierce Brosnan earlier? Did I forget that Pierce Brosnan was in this movie?
TV.
More advanced than the brains of Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a cultural misunderstanding.
But be prepared for a few changes to what we know and love.
Yours, right? It ain't unusual.
As we must learn to dance to a new tune. Jack Nicholson. Whoa. Why can't you all just get along? Glenn Close.
Kick the crap out of him.
Pierce Brosnan.
Was
What
Pierce?
you are some of the things that the Martians can teach us, Professor.
Quite a lot about Mars, I expect, Natalie.
That means
Dan DeVito
you want to conquer the world, you're gonna need lawyers, right?
and Annette Bening.
I didn't think come to save us.
From director Tim Burton.
Hey, we all make mistakes, Mr. President.
Mars Attacks. Not anymore.
This was such a weird movie. Looking at it now at the trailer,
This thing.
I don't know how this movie got made. Oh, Major Payne is an awesome movie. I love Major Payne. The movie Seven. I think there's like two movies that I know of that are just called Seven. Is that the one with Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and like the Seven Deadly Sins? Is that the one? So I think it's called like it's Seven, but it's SE7EN. That's an awesome movie. U-Turn. I just saw U-Turn for the first time last week, and I don't know why I waited so long. Anthony Hopkins, yes. City of Angels. Nicolas Cage, Meg Ryan, awesome. The Last of the Mohicans, that's awesome. I want to share one that I like. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. It's called. This is actually like a comfort movie for me, that me and the wife put on all the time because we just love it. It's called Love, Rosie. What's in the box? Oh, that movie was supposed to end a whole different way, and there's supposed to be a sequel called 8, and someone was gonna get psychic power. I'm so glad it didn't get made, and that we ended with What's in the Box. But I want to share one of my, guilty pleasure movies. It's called Love, Rosie.
There's a new breed of explorers taking me to discover.
It's very emotional. I love it. It's fun. It's with Lily Collins, who is amazing in everything she does. So I think that's the reason why it was so great.
You invited me to the school dance.
What? Bimbo?
Seriously, although.
I know boy-girl friendships can be quite complicated sometimes.
Boobs are natural or pushed up.
Is it for dancing or is it Wanker.
Alex, thank God, where are you?
I'm on my way out.
No, wait, you've got to help me. There's been an accident.
Can we just talk about this later?
I mean, there was an accident. The thingy with Craig.
You need to be really clear and really precise.
The condom came off inside my vagina, and at present I'm unable to locate it.
That's way more information than I needed. I've got news.
Me too. Scholarship to Harvard.
Wait, come on, you're coming too, right? What's your news?
Might as well just kill yourself now. I can sort the drugs.
Keep in touch, okay?
We're getting married.
Congratulations.
You told me to come there. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you. Thank you.
It is so great having you as a friend. And every time something goes wrong in my life, all I've got to do is look at yours and it puts everything into perspective.
It was no ordinary friendship. We were inseparable. Constantly being separated. I've realized that no matter where you are or who you're with, I will always, truly, completely love you.
You're looking way too hot right now, Rosie.
Yeah, so that movie, it's basically two best friends grew up, went to high school. They're both secretly in love with each other, is the way all these movies go. But it's never the right time for them, to where they're in England. The guy goes to school at Harvard. She's pregnant. Then when she wants to open up to him, he gets engaged. Then that relationship goes belly up, and then he wants to reach out to her, but now she's in a relationship with the father of her child. So it's just never the right time, and it's so hard because you get attached to these characters. It's a really good one. This movie is usually on Vudu, which is a free streaming service, because it was a low budget, like semi-indie film, so those usually do really well on the free streaming circuits. VT was walking around with a box the other day. Was it from FedEx? It took me 10 years to get over my ex. Now I can say his name. Wow. Yeah, so it makes you think, like, all those relationships that, could have been, but it wasn't the right time. For example, like, let me get into, like, a little backstory with me and the wife. We were best friends in middle school. Nothing ever happened. We were just, like, friends. Then we lost touch. The dogs are going crazy. We lost touch. Then we reconnected in high school. We went to 2 different high schools. Then we started dating, and now 12 years later, we're living together. We have a kid, 3 dogs that get very territorial of the front door. Bucket list, yeah. Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Awesome. I felt like I was too young to watch that movie and really appreciate it, but like now, if I rewatch it, I totally get it. I mean, because I think I saw that movie when it came out. Like I was in freshman year, I think. Um, Another good movie that I would really like to recommend is Tick Tick Boom. It just came out on Netflix. It just came out on Netflix, starring Andrew Garfield. It says starring Vanessa Hudgens, but she's a very minor character. I don't think she gets any speaking lines, just a couple of singing lines. But it's based on the true life of, um, I believe his name was John Larson. He was a brilliant artist. He tried so hard to get a musical put on Broadway. That was a big goal of his. And sadly, he did pass away before his most famous work came to be. He was the writer of Rent. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the musical. He died the night before it premiered on Broadway out of a brain aneurysm. Well, this movie is just like his life on how much he struggled and what he went through, and issues with friends and loved ones and relationships. And it's a really good movie, and it's a musical, so there's some of his original songs in that movie sung by Andrew Garfield, and it's a really, really good movie. It's on Netflix and in theaters. Just came out a week or 2 ago. So if y'all have nothing to watch and you enjoy musicals, that's a good one. That's one that you should be watching probably right now. Clouds on Disney. I don't think I've seen that, and I'm a huge Disney guy, but I don't think I've come across that one. I know Disney came out with a movie called like Stargirl, and I'm scared to watch it because I've heard that it makes a lot of people cry, that it's a really sad movie, and I can't do that. I cry in simple movies. I can't be putting myself through that. An old movie I recommend is With Honors. Great movie. Never heard of it. Let me take a look. I'm going to do this for you. Oh, Joe Pesci? Oh, Patrick Dempsey. We got some Brendan Fraser. I feel like Brendan Fraser is a treasure, an American treasure, and he is coming out of more stuff now. I know he was in the dark. He had stopped acting for a while due to like a depression and a divorce, but he's coming back, and that's awesome. So I see a Joe Pesci, I see Brendan Fraser, I see Patrick Dempsey. Yeah. So let me find out what this movie's about, because I mean, this one. Stuffy student finds himself the mercy of a homeless man, demands what he holds people. Oh, that's a pretty good premise. I like that. I'm definitely gonna give that one a watch. Anyone seen Netflix series Narco? My friend was super into it when I worked at the fire department, and they would watch that show from beginning to end, and I wasn't into it, but I got all the cliff notes, and it is a pretty good show. Crier season 3 is out. I want movie popcorn. Yes, I have a popcorn machine. It's an air popcorn machine, and my wife got it to where it has like the big thing of butter, the different like salt and stuff. So I just mix my own stuff. I put like the chile and limon with a little bit of cheddar, and then like a lot of butter on top of it. Like, really good, people. Oh, so that's what catapulted Brendan Fraser. Because I know, let me see what year this came out in. 1994. Yeah, that's early Brendan Fraser. I know he made it big with the Mummy franchise, and that's what really put him. Even though I know the Mummy was, I think, in '99. Uh, but that's awesome. If that gave him what he needed. That's awesome. Hey, Manny behind the mic, what's up? We're talking about movies, man. Like we should really do a crossover and just talk about this. And a pickle tonight, yes, the movie pickle, the famous Texas movie pickle. Not a lot of other states do it, and other states look down on us for putting pickles with our popcorn. August Rush, extremely sad. My wife cries with that movie, and I cry because she cries. Another emotional movie. This was a TV movie. I read the book in junior high, and it was a real low budget TV movie, but it still got to me. It was called Flowers for Algernon. I don't know if anyone's familiar with this one. It's about a man with, I want to say he's autistic, an autistic male who wants to be, classified as what he calls normal. So he signs up for these pills that are supposed to make him smarter. So he takes them and he starts becoming, more intelligent. He starts speaking very differently. He starts writing very differently. And El Paso, thank you very much, Holly. And he falls in love with the doctor who's been helping him like with these pills and testing him and stuff like this. But he's rejected by her because she sees him as, the subject of her tests. So he purposely stops taking these pills because with his new level of intelligence, the pain is too much for him. So he'd rather lose everything, lose all his progress, he was going to be like this forever. He was going to, go on and become like a doctor. He was going to go and do all these amazing things and change the world. But if he couldn't have this woman and he couldn't take that pain, he stops taking the medicine and he reverts back to the way he was before, because it's just a really good moment. I liked it. Oh, Manny, you missed it. I was asked what my favorite Christmas movie is, and I said Batman Returns and Die Hard. So yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Just like the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire is considered a Thanksgiving movie. Strangeland was good back in the day. The Outsiders. Does anyone remember The Outsiders? I mean, that was an all-star cast before they were all-stars. You got the Sways, Patrick Swayze. You got Ralph Macchio, Emilio Estevez, a young Tom Cruise. I'm sure Manny could probably fill in more of these names. Outsiders was an awesome movie. I remember read the book in 8th grade, saw the movie in 8th grade. I cried in the middle of class, and I didn't like bawl or anything like that. Like my eyes got watery, got a little, I got some good attention from the girls. They saw me as a sensitive guy, so I mean that worked in my favor. But yeah, Ponyboy, Stay Gold, Ponyboy. That one still gets me. When Ponyboy reads Johnny's poem at the end, and then you have floating Ralph Macchio head right there, like finishing off the poem or the letter. Like, yeah, that one gets me. I always cry because of Ralph Macchio's floating translucent head. What are some other good movies we went over? What about you? I love Die Hard, but I feel like it should have just stopped at 1 or 2. I really didn't think they needed all of them, but you know what? Beat a dead horse. It's gonna bring in money. Yeah, I'm a crier. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'll cry with a good movie. My earliest memory crying in a movie was actually Snow White. I remember I was watching it by myself. I was probably like 4. I remember watching it, freaking out because didn't realize what was going on. Then she comes back to life. I start crying. My mom like rushes in the room to see if everything's okay, and I'm just there pointing at the screen, saying, she's alive, she's alive. That's one of my earliest memories. Hackers. I love Hackers. The hamster's name is Callie. My daughter named it because it's a calico hamster. And let's see if we could show her a little bit. Oh wait, wrong camera. I'm pointing at the wrong camera here. Whoops. She's actually chewing on a sofa that we got her. We got her like a little sofa thing. Haven't agreed on Die Hard. That means Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie. Yeah, the party I have to go to tomorrow, everyone has to dress as their favorite Christmas movie character. So I'm going to go and look for like a Batman onesie. I'm surprised I don't have one. Beaches remind me of every time I cry. The Family Stone. Yeah, Family Stone was mentioned. Isabel, hold her. I don't think she'll let me hold her. They want to see you. They want to see you. No, she's not going to let me hold her. All right. There we go. That's Callie. And now she's loose on the desk. Okay. We won't be doing that again. She's caught. Want to talk movies? I could do that. Yeah, Maddie, we were talking about like your favorite Christmas movie, and then a movie that you love that maybe not a lot of people know about. So it's kind of, like, yeah, like I'm cool because I know these movies. Family Stone was good. What was the name? Manny's my go-to like expert on movies. If I can't figure anything out, I know Manny could. What is it? I'm gonna look it up because I feel like it's probably been mentioned, and I don't want to sound like an idiot. Yeah, The Family Man. That's probably another good movie. I think that I could classify The Family Man as a Christmas movie. It takes place like right on Christmas. That's probably another favorite movie of mine. I don't know how I could dress like Nicolas Cage or anything, but yeah, I would probably say that Family Man's a good Christmas movie. Even though it's not the central theme, but I mean the central theme is family, and Christmas is about family, so take it as you will. There is a lot of maintenance, and I mean, it's not only me, I mean, she does have 2 parents. We teach her a lot about responsibility for pets. I'm a huge pet lover, my wife's a big pet lover, so daughter's a big pet lover. So she's in charge of making sure this hamster, has its water. Actually, let me check to see if she's been doing it. Yeah, it has water. She's in charge of making sure water's there, food's there. She has 2 geckos in her room that she's always making sure that there's water in there, that she feeds them live worms. So that's all her. So she wanted these pets. She needs to feed them and take care of them and be responsible. The only reason we keep it in here is because they're nocturnal, and this thing will keep her up all night, and she has to go to school and stuff. So I keep them in here, but it's her hamster. My son's hamster was pregnant. They lived for 4 years. Yeah, we had a hamster for about 3 years. It passed away in January. And then last month, my daughter said that she thinks she's ready to have another hamster. And so we ended up getting this girl. Oh my gosh, these dogs. And now my daughter wants a snake or tarantula. I'm ready for those. The wife isn't, so we probably won't get those, but those are on the list for the wife. You've Got Mail is awesome. Yeah, 5-year span is good, but they have very sensitive hearts, so any little thing could trigger them. I just checked my camera outside. The wife is here, so I'm gonna go spend some time with her. She's probably had a long day while I've been here. So before it gets a lot more noisy, I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. You all have a good night, and I'll talk to you all later.